Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the Week 12 Start Sit live stream. It is me, Joey P. Joe Pisapia. With me, of course, in his cardigan a la Taylor Swift, is the man, Andrew Erickson, the prop prophet. In case you missed it, Andrew and I just did a Thanksgiving betting special. So if you're sitting around with your family and you want to not pay attention to anything coming out of their mouth, go watch that instead and go make some money on some NFL games this holiday season. John, our producer, is always running things on the ones and the twos, and we're here to take your questions. So if you've got answers, drop them below in the chat, everybody. We're happy you're joining us here on this busy holiday week. I know some of you are already off from school. Some of you are off from your job. Some of you are still working, and some of you are working through the holidays. I know, I've been there myself. So if we're giving you a little bit of a respite from all that, we appreciate the time, and we're happy to do that for you. Talk a little football. Andrew Erickson, have you started defrosting the bird? And no, that's not a euphemism.
No, okay. I don't do any of the cooking. I'm lucky enough to have a family where I just kind of show up and I bring the energy, again, the big bod energy. That's what I do. I bring the energy to the Thanksgiving feast. I'm probably going to bring some beverages as well. So I got to go get those later on. But a tease to the show that we did on Betting Pros.
Yeah.
You know, something I didn't bring up on that show, but has now come into my analysis. Cowboys 1-11 against the spread last 12 Thanksgivings. You want to have a good Thanksgiving? You have a good turkey day? Commanders are now plus 12.5. Commanders 12.5. It's going up because everyone and their mother-in-law is like, got to root for the Cowboys. 75% of fans are Cowboys fans. Got to root for the Cowboys. Got to root for the Cowboys. Commanders. Let's go.
Yeah, Andrew was very much on that. He gave a lot of other good reasons too, so go check that out over on Betting Pros channel. But subscribe to this channel right here too. By the way, before we get to the questions real quick, we've got a Fantasy Pros holiday offer going on right now, and we're excited to share that with all of you, our new customer holiday offer for our premium tools for a limited time. You can double the length of your new subscription when you upgrade to any of our premium plans for free. Get 2 months for the price of 1, 12 months for the price of 6, and an extra full year when you upgrade to the annual plan. That's right, everybody. It's double up season. So whether you're looking to make the playoff push or get premium access well into 2025, this offer is for you. So check us out over at fantasypros.com/promo to take advantage of our holiday offer and double up your subscription for free today with Fantasy Pros. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go with Francisco Gonzalez. Hey guys, Achane, Connor, or Charbonnet? Pick one in the PPR, Andrew.
James Conner. I don't think Achane's going to play.
I would be surprised. Short week 2. Garrett Gomez, half PPR. Should I trade Ramondre and Olave for Jonathan Taylor? Is that too much?
No, I think that's fair. I mean, I think Jonathan Taylor could be a top 5 running back rest of the season. So if you want to consolidate, you know, you're getting, I think this is a good deal. Like you're trading 2 betas to get an alpha. So I think that's good.
Trading 2 betas to get an alpha. That's good. You sound like you went to a liberal arts college with that kind of talk. All right, let's go to Yusuf Geef. Who should I start? Jayden Reed or Pop Douglas? 2 of our favorite things this week. I know what my answer is. What's yours?
It's Jayden Reed.
That's my answer too.
As long as he's clear on I know he was on the injury report this week, so as long as he's good to go, then yeah.
Plus, you want a little action on Thanksgiving, don't you? You know what I mean?
Like, you say that, and then you start Christian Watson, and then he doesn't do anything, and then you're sad.
Well, that's not the action I want. I want the Jayden Reed action. And
no,
on the
but you know,
show,
people are going to start Christian Watson with that as their reason. Like, I want to watch, and you're going to watch him do nothing.
Well,
you're going to be sad.
You know, that's fine. Well, at least you can drown your sorrows in food and whatever beverages you're bringing. But it's to the point too about Jayden Reed too, working out of the spot he is. I think he's got great touchdown equity in this game. I already bet that. We talked about that on the show yesterday.
And
on
no
the
Musgrave.
Show. You know, and no Musgrave too. He goes on the IR today. Great point too. So look, less mouths to feed. Aaron Jones not going to be there either. Jayden Reed was carrying the football too. Just give me the touches, man. And look, I like Pop. It's not a knock on the Pop, but it's just Reed is in a really good spot. Irina Worthy. Hi there. First year fantasy football player. There you go, Irina. Well, welcome to the crew here. Sitting at 8-3 because of our help. Oh, look at that. See? We're doing good work here. Full PPR, Herbert or Dobbs. And since I'm still waiting for Jefferson, start 2, Olave, Rice, or Romeo Dobbs. So she's got all the Dobbs and the Dobbs, different spellings. Let's get the 2 in there. Olave's in, Rice is in for me. That's the 2 I'm going with.
Agreed.
Okay, so let's get to the Herbert or Josh Dobbs scenario here. Look, I feel like things are going south fast here for the Chargers, and they're starting to implode around themselves. The frustration is palpable, not just with the coach, but with Justin Herbert as well. Tough matchup against the Ravens. I think I would lean towards Dobbs here. He's been very steady, 25 points, 3 of his last 4 contests. I think Dobbs is the way that I'd go here in this game, but what do you think?
I agree. I'm just looking at like the implied
Against the
team
Bears?
totals. The
Yeah.
Vikings have a higher team total. So like that's
Also.
always something whenever you're not sure about like, oh, am I out of my mind for things? Just look at the Vegas totals. And he's like, the Vikings are supposed to score more points than the Chargers this week, like based on median projection. So if that happens, it's like, okay, you're not like out of your mind thinking, because again, you say Dobbs versus Herbert, and you're like, am I crazy? But it's like, no, you're not. Like Dobbs also offers a lot of rushing equity. I mean, Justin Herbert, I mean, what he had like 80 rushing yards last week. That's probably not going to happen again. Like that was a very outlier performance for Justin Herbert when it comes to rushing. Ravens defense. Again, this may be the final game for Brandon Staley as the Los Angeles Chargers head coach.
Might be. Frustrations are abound there. Vincent, Adelano, Charbonnet, or Singletary?
Assuming Dameon Pierce doesn't play, I would play Singletary.
By the way, shout out again to Irina. That's awesome. You're 8-3, first time playing fantasy football, watching the channel. And that's what you got to do. You got to put the work in. You got to, find podcasts, find content, use the tools of Fantasy Pros. Fantasy football is fun, and it doesn't have to be that hard if you hang out with us. Let's go to YO Raider. Good morning, fellas. I guess it's morning somewhere. 2 QB league. I have Mahomes. I'm concerned about the drops he's contending with. Would you try to trade for Prescott or any other QB? I would not. If you were in a scenario, Raider, where you had Fields or Kyler Murray or somebody like that, or CJ Stroud, I would shop Mahomes, but that's the only, I'm not trading Mahomes up for Prescott. I don't think that's a really good move. What do you think, Andrew?
I mean, Dak Prescott's in the flames right now. So, I mean, why is it going to get better for Mahomes? Like, why? Because just besides the fact that he's Mahomes, like, is that just it? Like, okay, he's just Patrick Mahomes. He's going to figure it out. But it's like, he's not
typically
getting
that's been good enough. I mean, I don't want to be, flippant here, but typically that has been good enough. Now, I know the last.
Joe's frozen. Oh, there he goes. Oh, wait. No. Joe. Well, are we going back to the trade? Yeah, there you are.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Patrick Mahomes, last couple weeks, finished as QB 30, QB 12, QB 15. But before that, he was QB 1 and QB 8. So I'm looking at the playoff schedule. He gets New England, he gets Las Vegas, he gets Cincinnati. I don't know, man. I think I'm just rolling with Mahomes. I really do. I get what you're saying, though, about Dak being hot.
I mean, he's playing the Commanders this week. And again, I like them plus 12.5, but it's like Dak's going to put up a lot of points against their defense. Yeah. That's horrible.
Let's go to John Weldon's question. I'm going to need more of the questions reloaded here because I don't know what happened there. There was a glitch in the matrix for a moment. Would you drop Dotson for Downs or Douglas? And which one would you start in the full PPR? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Johnny boy. What do you want to do here? Dotson for Downs or Douglas?
I want Downs in that situation.
Connor Pollock, Zeke or Dotson?
I will probably start Zeke.
Okay, let's also talk about what we're giving away. It's the season of giving. So speaking of Thanksgiving and giving, let's talk about Trophy Smack's Championship Trophy giveaway. And if you want a chance to win a glorious 36-inch Fantasy Championship Trophy for your league, courtesy of our good friends at Trophy Smack, the #1 destination for epic fantasy football trophies, you need to subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel right now. Drop a comment below in this video and make it a nice one too. It's the holidays, for goodness sake. That's it. That's all you got to do. We'll be announcing the winner right here on the channel, so make sure you turn on those notifications, ring that bell till it goes ding, so you can claim your prize. So subscribe, drop the comment, and you can win that bad boy right there. An excellent trophy from our good pals over at Trophy Smack. All right, let's go to Sergio Guerra. Pros, I never made a trade without your permission. There you go, Sergio. Sergio gets it. You see, what happens is people make trades, and then they say, how'd I do? And then sometimes they're not happy. Sergio is always waiting. So here we go. Here's what Sergio wants to know. Nico Collins and Achane for Derrick Henry. Amazing schedule, theoretically. And then number 2, Chase, Kincaid, and Nico for Kelsey and DJ Moore. Your thoughts on both of these deals, 1 and 2?
You're gonna need to read them again, Joe, because they're very
Sure.
long and elaborate. I'm trying to
It's
find them here in the
Sergio
chat,
Guerra's
too.
question at 3:15 p.m. That'll help you kind of scroll down the
Okay.
time log there. So it's Nico Collins and Achane for Derrick Henry. Number 1. Would you want to do what side of that trade you want to be on?
Yes, I want to trade for Derrick Henry. Yeah.
Okay. And then it's Jamar Chase, Kincaid, and Nico, but you're getting Kelsey and DJ Moore.
That one I don't like as much. No. So I like,
Even though you're getting, I mean, arguably the best. I mean, look, I don't know what Chase is the rest of the season with Browning. I don't think any of us do. I know you're giving up some depth there, but Kelsey and DJ Moore, I mean, you're getting the number ones in their respective offenses. I think I do make both of those trades, to be honest. I think they're both good. Which trade do you like better?
I mean, I
'Cause
like the
Nico
Derrick
can only
Henry
go
one.
up.
I
Okay.
mean, I just really think Derrick Henry's going to be set up really well down the stretch
Okay.
to be a monster. So, but no, I think I lean out kind of how you explained it. I think I'm probably more open to that second one too.
Yeah, I mean, look, if DJ Moore balls out as a wide receiver 1 all season and Kelsey is still the tight end 1 at the end of the year, look, as good as Kincaid is, we don't know what Chase
Kincaid
is.
also still has his bye week.
Also a good point.
Next week.
Also a good point.
So
If
that way
you're
you don't
fighting for
have, you're
playoffs,
not
yeah.
taking an L at tight end. As I unfortunately found out when I picked up Isaiah Likely to fill in for Kincaid, I realized they're both on bye
oops.
weeks next week.
Oops. Back to the waiver wire. It's a good thing we have a
Pat
podcast
Fryermuth,
every Monday to
that's
help
who
you
should
out.
add. Pat Fryermuth.
Patty Fryermuth. Baseball shorts 19. Do I start Waddle or Gus Bus and the flex half PPR? Come on, say it.
PPR, probably just Gus Bus.
That's right, because he's a touchdown machine. That's what he is. On the touchdowns for the Gus Bus. Matt Ellis, PPR, need to bench 1, Rashad White or Tony Pollard or Kyron Williams. Who is the odd man out?
Kyron. I mean, look,
Kyron.
there's just we don't know what his workload's going to be like. Again, if you listen to anything, analysts will say that he's going to get his normal workload back. That's what I would say. But it's like, I don't actually know that. Like, but I'm going to say that, but I don't actually know. So.
You can tell Michael, our next question here, is someone who watches the show frequently. Michael's last name is, actually, he wrote in the chat. First name Mike, last name Ow, but it's spelled A-U. A-U! Mikey A-U, how you doing? And he says, I hope this helps your pronunciation, Joe. It does help, Michael. Thank you very much. I need to start 2 RBs in the PPR. Henry, Mixon, Charbonnet, Bijan, Javonte. So those are your options this week with the matchups. Who are the 2 guys you want to start the most?
Henry and Bijan.
Henry and Bijan. There you go. And it says, happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Michael, we love you too, man. Thanks for hanging out with us in the live stream. And thanks for taking mercy on me with last names, because John tries to find the worst, hardest names for me to pronounce every single live stream without fail. That's my personal joy. Rick Aldana, Jacob, Charbonnet, or Reed in the flex in the full PPR. Ooh, this one's spicy, Erickson.
Probably just going to lock in Jacobs.
That seems like the safest bet. Delagizi, start Zach or Brees?
Zach Charbonnet.
All right. I assume.
I'm
Not Zach Wilson.
I'm going to start.
Can't start him no more.
Brees.
Zach Wilson. Did you know that Tommy DeVito has more touchdowns than Zach Wilson this year?
Well, I mean, Zach Wilson didn't get to play the Commanders, so.
Oh, he's played many more games, though. That's why it's funny.
I mean,
right,
but hey, who's the only team that's beaten the Eagles, though?
Zach Wilson. Who cares?
Zach Wilson led Jets. I mean, hey, if you're gonna throw a fire guy, you got to give him some credit. He was part of that team. They did win that game.
And Zach Wilson beat them, or the Jets defense beat them? Let's be frank.
He did something.
Did he? Because I don't remember
so.
what.
I would hope that he did something in that game.
Nah, bruh. Now I'm gonna go look at his line now. Whatever. Jen Richard. Jen's always here. Happy Thanksgiving, Jen. To you. PPR flex question: Taysom Hill, Pop Douglas, or Downs? Who's in the flex? Downs. All right. Zach Wilson in the Eagles game. Let's see. Was Zach Wilson good? 19 for 33 for 186 yards. 0 touchdowns. Zero. No touchdowns.
He helped a lot. Well, how many interceptions? How many interceptions did he throw? Did you say?
He was there. How many interceptions did he throw that day?
0.
He threw 0.
There you go.
So I guess
he didn't lose it.
He had 11 fantasy points. There you go. And he had 15 rushing yards on 4 attempts. There you go. There's your sterling silver lining of that black cloud. It is the Jets quarterback situation. Justin McGraw, full PPR. Kyron Williams or Raheem Mostert? Who would you rather start?
Mostert.
Agreed. Heather Mendez. Happy holidays, guys. Happy holidays, Heather. Full PPR in the flex. Josh Downs or James Conner? Which one do you want to go first? I want to go Conner. Ingram or Ferguson?
Ferguson.
Yeah, Fergie. Let's go. Do you have a favorite Fergie song, Erickson? I know you know who Fergie is, so let's not pretend like you don't know that one.
Of course I know who that.
So that's your favorite one? Fergalicious, not Big Girls Don't Cry?
Fergalicious is the 101.
Is that
it
your
has
anthem?
Her name in it.
Was that your anthem for a little while?
I think so. It's either that or Chamillionaire. Right.
John Norman Johnson. Hopkins or Trey McBride in the full PPR flex?
Full PPR. Carolina. Man, I hate playing tight ends and flex. I just don't like doing that.
But I would rather play McBride.
I guess. I don't feel good about it, though.
John's favorite song was My Humps, but that's more of a Black Eyed Peas song. I don't think it's a Fergie song. So, Guy Asa. PPR, should I give Kamara, Debo, and Najee for Henry, Dell, and Ford? I don't know if I love this, to tell you the truth.
I love it.
You do?
I love it. I want to get rid of Kamara. I want to get rid of Debo. I want to get rid of Najee.
I can understand getting rid of Kamara. I still like. I don't know. I'm not as bullish on.
Why do you like Kamara?
Why?
Because the Saints?
Because he plays on the Saints.
Saints are gross.
Saints, and he is a guy who gets a crap ton of targets. And look, Dell, I like. Henry's a piece that I'm concerned with. So you're gonna have to sell me, because this is a theme now on the show today, where Derrick Henry is a piece that you're very excited about. Let's take a look at Derrick Henry, shall we? All right. Sure. So he's got Carolina this week. So last 2 weeks, he's got a combined 8 fantasy points in half PPR. He does not catch the football. He's got 2 catches in the last 2 weeks, 5 in the last 3 weeks. The playoff schedule is Houston twice and Seattle in between. It's a Houston Texans sandwich. So I understand from the standpoint of, okay, the schedule looks good in theory, but it's not like the Titans offense is any good. So I don't know. Aren't you concerned at all that Tajee Spears might be a guy that gets a little bit more work as they try to evaluate what they have? Because Henry's probably not going to be there next year.
Well, Spears played a low in snaps last week, despite the fact they were losing the entire game. So that kind of stood out to me. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, he usually plays a lot when they're losing in games, and he didn't do that last week. So look, Derrick Henry's in a contract year. They have all the reason in the world to be like, ride the big dog, because he's not going to be on the team next year. And looking at the Titans have had like a really weird schedule. They've played 3 games at home this year. 3. Technically, it says on the schedule, it says 4, but one of them was in London. Look at Derrick Henry's game logs in those home games. Very, very productive in all the home games. What is he doing? Last 4 or 5 games of the fantasy season are at home. Like, he's going to eat. So,
all right. We got a defense question up here next in the stream. And the question belongs to a Semper Fi Gamer. Defense for the rest of the season: Denver, Minnesota, or Buffalo? Buffalo has the bye. Then they have Dallas, Kansas City.
It's Denver
Chargers.
for me. It's Denver.
I was gonna say it's got to be Denver, right? I'm looking at
both
Denver
those teams. Like, you're not gonna hold Minnesota or Buffalo during a week 13 bye. Like,
right. And Denver's played much better football in the last 3 weeks.
We gotta totally forget about how badly they sucked to open the year. Like, that's ancient history.
Do you think Denver makes the playoffs? I think they do. I think they sneak in there.
I mean, I always get so confused because I felt like 10 years ago it was so much harder to make the playoffs, but now because they've expanded it so much, I'm like, oh yeah, like this team could actually make the playoffs. Like,
I might make the playoffs. I'm on the bubble
because so many teams can make it now. I guess when you just look at the numbers in like the AFC, it's like, oh, like it actually does shake out where they.
Well, but I'm looking at if you look at the Denver Broncos schedule here, because what's their record right now? They're 5-5. All right, so they play Cleveland this week. You want to give them I think they can win. To be honest,
well,
I think they can
to win. So
yeah, I think they're going to win. So let's set 6. They play Houston, the Chargers, Detroit, New England, the Chargers again, in Las Vegas. I see 1, 2, 3, at least 4 more wins in there. Yeah, that would put them at 10 wins.
I think when I did the under over on their win loss, it was like 9-8, 8-9. Like, I could really see it go either way.
I think
that's kind of how it's going to shape up to be. They're going to be around that 500 mark.
If you sweep the Chargers, you get to 10. All right, let's get to Sydney Dawkins' question. Christian Watson or Cade Otton in the flex?
Watson. I'm not doing tight end. I'm not doing Cade Otton floor in the flex. Like, Sorry.
K-Dot and Floor in the flex. Wow.
I'd rather just
Sounded
take a shot
dirty.
on Watson.
Sloth Swim. Start Gus Bus or Jerome Ford.
Jerome Ford.
Matt Carmoody. Matt wants to know, trade Achane for Jefferson.
Two injured guys, except one of them is way more established than the other one, so I'll take Jefferson.
If you had to throw in Dotson or Douglas, does it matter? Because that's what he wants to know.
No,
doesn't matter.
You're just freeing up roster space.
Those are guys off the waiver wire. It's fine.
Yeah.
Triple Face 35. Devonta Smith and Mixon for White and Metcalf.
I like that. Yeah.
Lito, start Rushy Rice versus Las Vegas or Keaton Mitchell versus the Chargers or JSN against San Francisco. I like Rushy Rice.
Yeah, I'll start Rice.
Give me the Rice.
That move that he put on Slay. Oh.
It was Slay. It's a lot of Slay. I have 2 teenage-ish daughters, so Slay is a common word in my house. It's thrown around quite a bit. Lots of Slay Queen. It's a very popular thing. Oh, you don't know. You don't know the half of it. Oh, it's a thing, man. It's a thing. You know what else is a thing? The NFL contest over at Betting Pros. Go today. Go to bettingpros.com/NFL contest. It's free to join. Or if you have the BP app, just go to the community tab and join NFL contest. We're doing weekly prizes for swag to our BP and FP shops. Monthly prizes as well for getting the picks right. Whoever does the best every week, they get premium upgrades to our Fantasy Pros or Betting Pros services. And we've also got a JSN autographed jersey we're giving away to the best picker of the year, which could be you. You got to make 5 picks a week. That's all you got to do. And again, subscribe over at bettingpros.com/NFL contest. Join the contest today. You don't even have to make bets. You just got to make picks. It's fun. All right, let's go to the next question here. It's Talon Markovich. Hey, y'all. Derek's not here today. You keep those y'alls. I looked in the comments. I read the comments. Everybody with the y'alls yesterday. I see you. I thought we were friends. I thought we had something special here. Clearly, there's some relationship counseling that needs to happen. Talon wants to know, 7-4 in the 4th spot. I really need this W to lock up a playoff berth. Pick 2. Start Watson, Hunt, Rice, or Marquise Hollywood Brown, full PPR. I want to start Marquise Brown and Rice. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Give me the 2 quarterbacks that I feel confident in point potential. And this is the intersect of wagering and fantasy and good football work. It's just give yourself the most outs. It's like poker. Give yourself the most outs you possibly can to hit the jackpot right. Mason Olay, half PPR, Pop Douglas or Brandon Cooks. He said versus the Commies. That sounds very like 1950s, kind of like. Do they call them the Commies?
Some people do. Call them the Commies.
You can start Brandon Cooks against the Commies, see? Yeah. See what those guys want to do. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the Commanders. I warmed to the Washington football team.
No, that was cool. Like, I like that because it was like, we don't have a name. We're just going to punch you in the mouth. Like, that's I like that. But now they're like, we're the Commanders. Like, take flight.
Just generic football team. it was better. I don't like Commanders. I heard they might change it again. Do you think they will?
Well, they should just change it to like what? Magic Johnson's one of the owners, right? He should just change it to the Washington Magic.
No, you can't do that because there's Orlando Magic already. So you can't do that.
They changed to the Washington Wizards. There you go.
There's also a Washington Wizards, is there not?
I
or
know.
Is that not anymore? Pretty sure.
Wizards.
You gotta go outside something. Leonid, Thielen, and Fields for Adams and Charbonnet. What side of that deal you want to be on?
Thielen
and Fields for Adams and Charbonnet. You know, it all depends on who you're downgrading to quarterback.
I mean, yeah. So as long as you have another quarterback that you feel like, or you have Kyler Murray.
You need to have a top 10 quarterback for me to make this trade because Fields, I think, is a fantasy league winner down the stretch.
Yeah, do people realize he had like 100 rushing yards last week and just like don't care?
I do. This guy does. This guy with 2 thumbs realizes it.
I feel like
when he's at his best, he's a top 3 fantasy quarterback. Why do you want to trade him?
The rhetoric around him has been really low this week. It's like, I know they lost the game, but it's like, guys, like we don't care if they win or lose. In fantasy, it doesn't matter.
Dude, I want Fields. I mean, Charbonnet is interesting and Adams is Adams, but look, I don't love Thielen down the stretch, but Fields is the best piece in this deal going forward. And I don't even think that's a hot take at all. Michael Gordon, half PPR, start Flowers, Charbonnet, Ford, or Hall. Gotta pick one. You want to play Breece Hall against the Dolphins?
No, I'm sure play
Timmy Boyle.
What is that?
What's that?
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers over Breece Hall?
Zay Flowers had 10 targets in the one game he played.
I'm just surprised.
Why?
I don't
We love
know.
Zay Flowers.
I do, but you love Brees Hall, so I'm just surprised.
Oh, not as much as Zay Flowers.
Fair enough. Blazing Phoenix J 11. Sit 2. Bijan, Rashad White, Thielen, DJ Moore, Nico Collins, Pittman. Who are the 2 out?
I'm going to sit Thielen.
Yes.
And I'm going to sit probably Nico.
Tough. Yeah, I guess Nico's the odd man out too. You got to start the RBs. Dom is here. Dominic Gazzetti, our good pal. I give you guys thanks for all you do and wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Dom, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family too. You're a 101 of this show. We love you. Would you play both Achane if he plays and Warren over Charbonnet? So look, you gotta have to make the Charbonnet decision now. Do you want to wait for this Achane news? I don't think I want to. I think I just want to start Warren and Charbonnet.
He's not going to play. He said he could go back in the game, and then they kept him out for like. Again, this is also a reason. It's like, hey, maybe we should see him actually play a game first before we want to start him in fantasy again. Like, is he even 100% healthy? Like, again, this was a player that we were playing because we knew he wasn't getting a lot of touches, but that he was super explosive. Well, if he's still dealing with this knee thing, well, is he going to be super explosive? Like, I don't know. So I think we should probably wait. Just stop. I don't think you should start him, even if he does play. It's like,
I think he's earned the wait and see moniker after last week. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think it's very fair.
Yeah.
JSN or Christian Watson is the other part of the question.
I'll go with JSN.
Hammy takes, what's a good buy low if I can to flip Diontae and DeMario for? What can you get for DeMario and Diontae Johnson? I assume you're looking to upgrade at wide receiver, trying to push some pieces in the middle. Would Drake London be a guy for you? I don't think you can get DJ Moore. I mean, I would love to, but I don't think you can.
Well, it's interesting. He's wording it as a buy low, but he's kind of selling like guys that are the buy lows. I guess like Diontae would be the buy low. I mean, Marquise Brown, like that's the guy. Like he's the buy low.
Yeah, but that's a lot to give for Marquise Brown.
Well, I mean, he's giving up. I mean, Diontae Johnson and Demario Douglas is a lot.
In a full PPR, that's 24 combined points every week. Like, I mean, that's
not
a lock
and
load. Well, not last week, but Matt Canada's not around anymore, so let's hope for better times. He said, I tried for Zay Flowers and almost pulled the trigger. Would Zay Flowers have been?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd do that. Yeah.
So there you go. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Hammy. All right, let's go to Joshua Brooks' question. Non-PPR, need wide receiver, help. Start 3. Who's in? DK, DJ Moore, Kupp, Flowers, Waddle, or Jayden Reed?
Standard league. So gonna start. Well, Kupp's not gonna play, so scratch him out.
DJ Moore is in. Period.
All right.
I think you got to play DK and you got to play Flowers. I think those are the 3.
Yeah.
I think it's easy. Nathan Boyd. Hey guys, need to sit 1.5 PPR. DJ Moore, Mike Evans, Monty, or Achane. It's Achane. So
don't play Achane even if he plays. Like he burned you last week. Don't fall for the trap again.
Okay. It's
well,
okay,
no, I'm just
Andrew.
I'm just letting people know.
High your voice is getting very high. I know. It's okay.
I just want to be clear with people.
It's very clear.
Can't start
John, are you clear? Is Andrew being clear, John? John says you're being clear. It's okay.
Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
All right, let's go to this next question. Andrew, do you want to play Achane this week?
No.
Okay, good. All right, let's get to the next one here. Let's go back to Donnie Nickum. Which 2 to start, Warren, Henry, or Pacheco?
Warren, Henry.
Oh, why does Henry have like 12 E's in his name? Come on, Donnie.
Got to start Henry and Pacheco.
Henry and Pacheco. All right, let's go. Jen's back here. Hi, guys. Who should I play in the half PPR? Achane if he plays. No. JSN or Khalil Herbert?
Probably start the running back. Probably start Herbert.
Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, Jen. Let's go to Martin Ace. Start or sit? Josh Dobbs or Tua? Ooh, this is a tough one. Very tough. We had this yesterday, and I said Dobbs, and Tua and Dobbs are right back to back in ECR. I'm just going to take the easier route against the Bears defense, and I'm going to take Dobbs.
Yeah.
Because again, we talked about this on the Betting Pro show yesterday. I think the Jets are going to shock a lot of people on Black Friday. I think it's going to be a very entertaining contest.
I mean, we talk about how Ford Field is like the Coors Field of the NFL, but when you look at MetLife Stadium, it's the total opposite.
Well,
there are no points scored there.
That's partly because of the quarterback play. I would
Well, it's
say
because the Jets and
75%.
Giants both play.
The Jets and Giants both play there. It's also due in part because it is a very windy, weird stadium too. I mean, I hate that stadium. It's terrible. It's an awful place to watch any sporting event, any concert. It's trash. It's terrible. It's a bad building, and it's one of the
And they
newer
got two
ones.
teams.
And they've got two teams, and they say, "Oh, building a new stadium. We're going to knock down the old one. We're going to build a new stadium. It's going to be a state of the art." It's crap. And then you watch SoFi. You look at the things at SoFi, and it's just like, why doesn't it look anything like that? I know it was like 20 years ago now, but still, even 15 years ago, there's stadiums that are better than. I mean, it's just so awful. It's an awful building. Terrible. Let's go to DD23FFF. DD23FFF. Yes, it's twice, so I'm going to say it twice. Sup, fellas? Josh Downs, Ty Chandler, or Z Shabs? PPR flex. Z Shabs. That's what it says. Z Shabs.
It's Josh Downs.
Shelby Lynn, sit 1. Brandon Cooks, Devonta Smith, Gabe Davis, or DeAndre Hopkins. Non-PPR. I'm sitting Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis.
He ain't no thing. Gabe Davis is not
about
a thing.
time for his Gabe Davis 3-touchdown game.
Probably. And if so, Shelby, I apologize in advance, but I'm not going to hang my hat on that. You know, especially with Kincaid now really emerging. Like Gabe Davis
Shakur
is
too.
Shakur, and you hope
Gabe's.
And you hope that the James Cook volume continues. Let's hope. Andrew Potter, Olave, or Chase this week in the PPR?
Chase. Papa
Burgundy. Happy holidays. Sit 1. DK Lockett, Flowers, Waddle. Who's the odd man out?
Lockett.
All right. John Starr, Flex Charbonnet, or Warren? It's Warren for me.
Yeah, Warren.
Crew 7, start 2, half PPR. Devontae, Waddle, Dell. It's definitely Dell and Devontae for me.
Yep.
Poor Waddle. This is like a lost year for Jalen Waddle. He's another great buy low. Jalen Waddle, Garrett Wilson are the best two keeper league buy low guys I can think of right now. DM Murphy 13, need to start 2. Oh, no, sorry. Need to start 3. It's a 0.75 PPR.
What?
You know that meme of that kid who's taking the his school picture who's like,
0.75?
0.75. It's like, what
is that necessary?
What's going on? That's the kind of football the commies play, see? Yeah, 0.75 PPR system, see? I can't go around with that. We couldn't agree on the half.
What?
Couldn't agree on the full 0.75. What are we doing here, Murphy, what are we doing?
Dude, that's so annoying. Just like calculating it. Like if you're watching the TV, it's so easy for me. Like, oh, like in my mind.
I don't
like,
even play in that league and I'm annoyed.
Whatever. Let's say it's the
Jamar Chase, Tank Dell, Devonta Smith, Ayuk, and Tyreek Hill. Well, you're starting Tyreek Hill. You're starting Ayuk. And I think you're starting Tank Dell. I'll sit Chase.
There you go. Yeah. Easy.
Like I know that's painful. I know it's a weird thing to say, but that's where we are.
I guess like the thing that I want to bring up with Dell, and I talked about it on the show because it was on Twitter. It was like, oh, I had him rest of season rankings like wide receiver 9, and apparently there was like some debate around that. It's like if Tank Dell had been like a first round pick, like nobody would care. Like we would just all be buying it. So it's like
doesn't matter. All that matters
just
is
move
what he
on
does.
from the draft capital. He was a 3rd round pick. That's still pretty good, and he's nasty. Like just he is what he is. He's really good.
Week 12. Who gives a rat's A?
Yeah.
Who gives a rat's A where you drafted anybody or where anybody got drafted in the real NFL draft? Let's play a game, shall we? Week 9, Tank Dell, 27 half PPR points. Week 10, 16 half PPR points. He was wide receiver 1, wide receiver 11. Last week against Arizona, 25 half PPR points. Wide receiver 3 on the week. Where'd you rank him? 12?
Yeah, it wasn't high enough, apparently.
Apparently not.
Or wide receiver 9 rest of the season.
9. Well, that's a little aggressive, but I like it. And you're a little aggressive anyway. That's just your nature. You know what else you should be aggressive about? That Fantasy Pros holiday offer. Be aggressive about this because we are stoked about this. We are giving our new customer holiday offer to our premium tool. So if you are a new customer of Fantasy Pros, you haven't done it yet, for a limited time, you can double the length of your new subscription. That's right. I said it. Double it when you upgrade to any of our premium plans for free. Get 2 months for the price of 1, 12 for the price of 6, or even a full extra year when you upgrade an annual plan. Whether you are looking to make a playoff push or get premium access well into 2025, this offer is for you. So get the value. Take advantage of it. FantasyPros.com/promo. And that's how you get the holiday offer done and double your subscription, double the fun for the holiday season at Fantasy Pros. Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun. God, I can't wait to watch Die Hard. I have my tradition of Christmas Eve. I watch Die Hard and drink eggnog. That's what I do. I find it's the perfect Christmas movie for Christmas Eve because, there's a lot of tension around the holidays and a lot of work and stuff you got to do. And there's something about, Bruce Willis taking care of a bunch of terrorists in a building. It just kind of does it for me. It's because it puts me in the holiday spirit. Keeps my powder dry. Thank you, Bruce Willis. All right, let's go to the next one here. Alan Perez, what's up, Fantasy Bros Pros? Flex Charbonnet or Pop Douglas? Erickson.
Charbonnet.
Okay. Carlos Benavides, would you trade Mixon and maybe a piece for Henry?
Yep.
That one I will do. Rifle 8888. Half PPR, start 2 wide receivers. Evans, Ridley, Diontae, Addison, Downs. I'm already starting Tank Dell in the flex. Okay, so I think it's Evans and Ridley is what we got to do here. Like, I'm riding the wave. Ridley was wide receiver 1 last week. We finally got something. I'm not sitting him this week. And it's a big game. All hands on deck against the Texans. And then Evans, I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the upset this week. So give me Evans and Ridley along with Dell. Your thoughts, Erickson?
Yeah, no, I like that. Evans and Ridley. Yeah.
Daniel Caps Keenan, Fantasy Pros, any 2. Downs, Lockett, Reed, Riley, Addison.
Ridley, not Riley.
What did I say? Riley? Sorry. Riley and Jonesy from Letterkenny. Ridley.
I would go with Ridley and probably Reed.
Riley. What about Riley? You like Riley? Where do you have Riley ranked this week? Why did I say Riley? Will, James Cook, Jerome Ford, or Mostert, full PPR? I know Ford's ranked ahead of Cook, but I don't know. I mean,
I'm playing Mostert. If there's no Achane, then I'm playing Mostert.
That's true. Even against the Jets, you still want to do that, right?
The Dolphins still have a really high implied. Like, we got someone. Okay, if it's not Tyreek Hill scoring 40 points, like someone else on this Dolphins offense is going to do something. So
okay. Robert Lavelle, good afternoon, and Akuna Matata, fellows. I need some motivation and a sip of that butter beer. In PPR, I need 3. Tank Dell, Jerome Ford, Zay Flowers, DK, and Devin Singletary. I need volume. Okay, so PPR, Tank Dell is in. So now we got 2 guys. Zay Flowers in.
Zay Flowers is in, and then
you got to choose between
volume.
Ford's the Ford or, well, I mean, DK.
If Pierce doesn't come back, then it's Singletary. And that's volume. So.
All right. There you go. That's Erickson's answer. Webby, how's it going, fellas? And happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Webby. I made a trade for Breece Hall and sent away Kyron and DK. My other back is JT. I'm 9-2. Good or bad trade? I think good.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. Especially you're 9-2. Tim Boyle, baby. It's Timmy time. Liam Simpson, Justin Jefferson, Christian Kirk, Travis Etienne for AJ Brown, Ayuk, and Gibbs. Jefferson, Kirk, Etienne. Getting AJ Brown, Ayuk, and Gibbs. I want AJ Brown, Ayuk, and Gibbs, and it's not close for me. Well, it's close, but it's not really.
No,
close.
I mean, I think
don't know about Jefferson.
This is like a blockbuster trade, but I think that they're coming out on top. So I like that.
I agree. Paleo Rocco. Hey guys. Who for a standard flex? London, Diontae, or Rashid Shaheed? I
will go with Diontae.
Okay. Anakin, Women and Children 2 Skywalker. I love this one. This is such a great one. Afternoon, boys. Who do I start at the flex this week? Charbonnet, Flowers, Downs, or Douglas? Flowers. Okay. P. Juan Antonio Ruiz Jorge. Hey, guys. Happy Thanksgiving from Mexico. Happy Thanksgiving, Juan. Pick 2 wide receivers between Christian Kirk. Well, Jefferson, I don't think it's playing this week. Christian Kirk, Douglas, Wilson, or Odell Beckham Jr. My dude. Kirk is in. I'll let you pick the other one. Garrett Wilson. Oh, you are into the Timmy time.
Honestly, it may not like. I mean, they may put Trevor Siemian. I would feel better if Trevor Siemian was actually playing. Like, to be totally honest, which actually could happen. So we'll see.
Better with Trevor. Things I think I never heard Erickson say.
Trevor Siemian was good with Denver receivers. It happened. That was a thing.
It did happen. It just makes you wonder why they continued to. I mean, it had to be coming from up top. It had to be the ownership saying you got to play Zach Wilson.
I mean, Salah was like, they're like, why are you playing someone else? He's like, I plead the fifth. It's just like, I literally can't tell you why.
Zach Wilson is our quarterback.
Yeah,
it's like, Robert, blink twice if you're in danger. Robert, blink twice if you're in danger.
Help me. I have to.
I could be Robert Saleh for Halloween next year. Just shave the beard off a little bit. do some stairs, run some
You
stadium
do a lot
stairs.
of push-ups. That guy's got
He
a
does a lot.
friggin'
Dude, that guy's
jacked
jacked,
up.
man. He's in better
You
shape.
better start get training now.
Dude, I've been hardcore lately. You'd be very proud of me, man. I am my fitness journey, because you can't just work out anymore. I told everybody you gotta have a fitness journey. It doesn't count if you're just working out. John Starr, start Fields or Purdy? I'm starting Fields.
Yeah.
Purdy's fun and all. I'm starting Fields. Give me 100 yards rushing. Give me those points. K&R, trade away Jacobs and Ridley for Justin Jefferson. I'm 8-3, and I get this. I understand the thought process here, but it's a dangerous move. I don't know. I mean,
Why can't
what do you think,
trade
Erickson?
like Charbs and Achane or Achane?
If you're doing Achane and Ridley, I feel better about this. But I think, again, I'm looking around. I'm like, I understand he's got running back depth here, but what are the wide receiver depth? Like, you're getting JJ, but what if JJ doesn't play for another 2 weeks? Sure, you're in the playoffs then. Maybe you'll be 8-5 or whatever you'll be, or 9-5.
I mean, Jacobs has a really bad schedule, and then Ridley's going to be like, Ridley still has to play the Browns. Ridley still has to play the Ravens. Like, he's got a bunch of bad matchups. Look, yeah, I think it's risky, but like, if you get Jefferson and he just goes back to scoring 30 points per game, and like, you're winning this by a landslide. So I think it's obviously there's risk involved, but if you like, this is a way to capitalize on Ridley. If I'm being totally honest, like, if you're going to sell high on Ridley,
you're right.
This is how you do it.
It is, but man, oh man, like, you better hope that Jefferson comes back.
Well, I would be aware that you're probably not going to have Jefferson this week. So as long as you keep that in mind,
I would lock that in, that you're not. Like, you're 8-3, it's fine. You could take the L, but
I'm afraid that people will wait for him because he's playing on Monday night. And that's not a good idea.
And don't wait to drop your comments below in the chat. Don't wait to subscribe, because when you do, you win a chance to get this glorious 36-inch fantasy championship trophy for your league, courtesy of our good pals over at Trophy Smack, the #1 destination for epic fantasy tournament trophies. You need to subscribe to the Fantasy Bros YouTube channel right this second. Like the stream, drop a comment below. That's it. That's all you got to do. And we'll announce the winner right here on the channel soon. So make sure you turn those notifications on to claim your prize right here at Fantasy Pros. Let's get to a couple more questions here before we get out. Let's get to Mauricio, 108, full PPR. Start 2 of these guys: Thielen, Jacobs, Montgomery, and Edwards.
Good to start. Jacobs and Montgomery.
Okay. Johnny Say made a trade. I got Bijan Robinson and Diontae Johnson.
Brian Robinson.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. Oh, I'd rather him get Bijan Robinson. I got Brian Robinson, Diontae Johnson, and I gave up Logan Thomas and McLaurin. What do you think?
Sick. Anything to get rid of like Commanders receivers that are really hard to project week to week.
Sick, bro. Yeah. Sick, bro.
I like it. Commies, Commies receivers. Commies.
How do you say this one? Togepi?
Sure.
You can eat the Togepi tomorrow? Is that after you have the pecan, the apple, and the Togepi?
Togepi and the Mudkip? It's Pokemon.
Togepi and the Mudkip. I mean,
Mudkip's Pokemon.
Is that it? Is that what this is? Is this a Pokemon reference?
I don't know Togepi. I'm not. I mean, they have like 1,000 Pokemon now.
Togepi? Is it
spelled
Togepi?
Incorrectly? Very badly.
Okay. Either way. Trade Brees and Addison for ATN.
Yes.
Tim Haddon. Hey guys, Tank Dell or Pollard in the flex? Dell. Tony Matlock, play Cook or Nico in the flex in the half-point PPR.
Nico.
I like Cook. I mean, I love Cook. I think Cook is going to have a great rest of the season. Red Sox slugger, Cup, Brown, Reed, Metcalf, Dell. Need 3 in the PPR. Dell is in. Brown I assume, is AJ Brown, so he's in. So
Cup's not playing. Cup's not playing.
Cup's not playing. So
Achane's
Reed or
Metcalf.
I'll play Metcalf.
Guys are not playing. Justin Jefferson's not playing. Like, stop. Hope is not a strategy. It's not.
Man, you're like Debbie Downer in the holiday.
Well, no, because it's gonna be tougher.
Can we get that on a shirt,
with everybody? Because we have a short week, messed up schedules. I want to make sure people aren't starting these guys because they're not going to play.
John says hope is not a strategy. Will be a shirt by Christmas. We're gonna get that. So it becomes Reader Metcalf. What do you want to start? I want some Metcalf too. All right, there you go. There you have it, everybody. That'll do it for us. We want everybody to have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe out there if you're traveling. Have fun. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. If you're doing a big family thing, or if you're doing a small thing, or just nothing at all and hanging out watching football, no matter what it is, take some time for yourself. It's very important to do that. And find some things that you're thankful for. Every single day, there's a lot of up and down in life, but I want to make sure that all of you find something to be thankful for, because we all have something. And we're thankful for all of you here at Fantasy Pros joining us every single time for all the shows that we do here. And we do a lot of shows. I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of us here for joining us every single day here for our content at Fantasy Pros. We appreciate all of you. We love having you here. We love the way you interact with us here on the program, even with the funny things you say in the YouTube comments. We love that too. So keep them coming here all season long, and hopefully you have a great holiday. And we'll see you again on the Sunday live stream as well. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For Andrew, Erickson, our producer, John, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Enjoy your turkey day.